Hello, everyone. Oh my God, we are in the mountain. We are in our way to a hockey game that we must have hockey game.
Hello.
So yes, this is the thing. Rabbits. So we decided to. The last video was a little bit heavy.
I don't know. It's personal.
Yeah,
It's something which is very sensitive. It's a sensitive topic.
we try to do this video a little bit more relaxed. So we have some questions that people asked to us in all this time, and we're going to answer today while we are in our way to the hockey game. That
Well,
of course we are late.
while we're battling traffic in Colombia.
No, but it's not bad today.
Sounds pretty good.
It's pretty decent. But the traffic in Colombia is there. So there is some question that is just for you and just for me, but normally it's together, okay? I mean,
Okay.
for
Sure.
both of us, not together. What has been the hardest lesson you have to learn?
I mean, there's always lessons. You never stop learning. That's the one thing. You never get to a point where you're completely all knowing. Everything's totally clear because life is a process, it's a journey, and you're constantly learning. And if you're not in that state of constant learning, then you're dead. The hardest lesson that I've learned, probably that, I don't know. I really can't, nothing comes to mind, but all I know is that every day I'm trying to learn something new. That's, that's the most important thing is to always keep your life fresh and challenging and always try to learn something new and improve yourself. Never stay stagnant. Never settle, basically. Always try to learn and improve yourself.
For me, the hardest lesson, as few of you know, I am autistic, so there is the thing that I feel like an alien in the world, everything is weird for me. But there is one thing that I don't know if I totally understand, but there is something that I'm working on it, is that I don't understand properly how people say one thing might mean another one. For example, oh, it's a cold day. And I say, oh, yes, it's cold. And maybe what they mean is I need you to give me your jacket, something like that. Why you don't ask for the jacket and don't? So that is hard for me. Many normal human things for me are very difficult because I am autistic. So it's hard. It's really hard. I understand? No, I still don't understand. Um, and it's sad. It's very, very stressing. So I think that is one. Another question. What is something people often misunderstand about you?
Probably that, this touching on what I mentioned in the last video, that I'm not just the charity guy. I'm not just, focused on charity, feeding children, helping animals, but I have a variety of different interests. And so I'm always, very eclectic. That's the word. I guess that's one thing that I don't like to be put in a box. I guess none of us like to be put in a box. And we're all individuals with many, many layers. We're no different here.
People think that I'm not empathic with their feelings. And this is another autistic horrible thing that my face doesn't show my feelings. So I'm very, very empathic, but it's not are you feeling okay? No, I understand and I express love and concern in different ways. And people think that I am upset, but it's related with things at the century and it's actually in constant stress. So I'm not upset, I am stressed.
Actually, that happens to me too because I'm not always smiling.
Everyone think that he's upset all the time and people is concerned about me, like how I manage. Is he always upset? Is he always this sad?
No, I'm just stoic. I'm just I'm not always openly expressing my feelings. I'm just in a state of just chill.
He was in therapy for his empathy thing.
No, so so I'm not always, I may actually be happy or satisfied, but I'm not necessarily expressing that externally. I'm just chill. I'm just keeping to myself. And it was like that as a kid. When I was a little kid, I didn't really talk much. I was very quiet, very silent. One of my nicknames my mum gave me was Silent Sam. because I would just sit in the corner and just draw pictures all day. I didn't really want to communicate with the world. I was more of a listener. I would sit there and listen and observe and philosophize. So I guess it's sort of that's carried through even to my adult life, that sometimes I'm not always openly expressing my feelings, and people misinterpret that, think, oh, he's upset. No, I'm not actually. I'm cool. Everything's fine.
A moment when you felt that everything changed.
You can do that one first.
I can do that one first. Oh, that is very obvious. The moment my grandpa died, that changed literally everything. Each step of my life, my personality, my happiness, my what I want to do with life. Everything changed the moment he left this world, and it's still hard for me. It's been 13 years, and it's like this just happened a few minutes ago. So that changed everything in negative ways, actually. I don't know how I'm surviving without him.
For me, the most radical change that happened in my life was when I joined the ashram to become a monk. And 3 days in, after living in the ashram, they shaved my hair. And I remember that moment where my hair, and I had long hair. I was a bit of a hippie.
Yeah?
I had long hair, yeah.
Oh.
Not long, but long.
Like mine.
To the shoulders.
But that's long.
And they shaved it all off, and it was all on the bathroom floor. And I thought, my God, my past life, my past ego was right there in front of me on the floor. I'm a new person right now. So it was a radical change. Suddenly I looked different. I felt different. I was focusing on my spiritual development. I was transcending ego. So that was like a massive change in my life, a massive paradigm shift.
Yes, if you could erase one fear, what will it be?
I don't really like heights. I'm
Height?
not, yeah, uncomfortable on the heights. Yeah. Although it's funny because on a plane, I look out the window, but it's the nature of a plane. It's like, it's sort of, it's surreal. The way they've got I think they create the windows in a certain way that you don't really have this connection that is, you're 35,000 feet in the air. But I don't really like heights. Like, I always feel uncomfortable.
I like heights. I didn't know you don't like heights.
Yeah,
I force you to be in roller coasters.
I know, I feel
Very
uncomfortable.
high.
I always feel
Thought you was
uncomfortable.
having fun.
I do it for you guys.
For me, a moment, if you could erase one fear, the fear of lose Bhimal. Because I already lost grandpa. I don't want that happen again. So I guess that is my only fear right now. And to fail in the century. That so far, I mean, we are going, but it's one of my fears. Because they are my kids too, so I don't want to fail. I have fear to fail in that way. What belief or idea did you have to let it go in order to move forward?
Well, the biggest shift for me was when I realized I was not this physical body, that the body was just a vehicle for my soul to express itself. That was a major shift in consciousness. Like when I realized, oh my God, I'm more than simply a physical form. This physical form is just my machine that I'm using in this particular moment in time to explore and, learn the lessons that I need to learn at this particular moment in time. It was a very radical shift for me that, okay, I'm not just Australian, just like the sun is not Australian. The sun is transcendental. The sun is, we tend to think, oh, this is the Colombian sun or this is the Australian sun. It's not. It's just your perception. So in the same way, we're not bound to the physical identifications of this material world. It's just a moment in time where we're expressing how we're expressing ourselves. So that was a major shift for me. I'm much greater than this physical form.
I don't believe in God anymore, or at least not in the ways that people believe. I was raised in a culture where Krishna is God and all that, and was interesting because they describe him doing activities that connect you more with who he is, like how he play, his pastime as a kid, his mother, or when he's mischievous and all that. So you feel a connection with God. But after grandpa dies, like I say, many things change, and that one's one of them. Because they always say that God is omniscient, omnipresent, he controls everything, he's in charge of everything, and he's like your father, and he protects you, and he always cared about you. But then I see all the kids that being abused, all the animals that are being abused, women abused, men abused, the wars, the hunger, saying no, no, I cannot believe in someone who allowed that. And as a mother, if I have the power to protect everyone, I will protect everyone, especially the innocent. So I say, no, I cannot believe in someone that says our father and he's not giving us what a father have to get protection. So I stopped to believe in that with a lot of pain. I think in some way I believe in Krishna, but I don't see him as a god. I see him like as someone super awesome, powerful, beautiful, who I am totally in love, but I don't believe him as a god. And I sometimes I pray to, I don't know, Krishna or Nrsimhadev, but like if we're powerful angels, not like God. So I don't have that belief in God anymore, and that was so good for my life because I start to appreciate more everyone and everything, and see how wonderful is everyone, and see the God in the animals, in the universe, in the plants, and knowing one person that is allowing that right now there is wars where kids are starving. What is something you haven't healed yet but are working on?
I was married before and I had a beautiful daughter. That was a radical shift too in my consciousness. You know, suddenly I was a daddy. After being a monk for so many years, I was a daddy with responsibilities. So that was definitely a major shift. And it was such a blessing to have a daughter. But over time, you know, things happened. I'm trying to heal that relationship so that everything is fine again. And it's a process. We can't always be the perfect daddy or mother or son or daughter. You know, think life happens. We make decisions, we make mistakes. And that's something which we all have to learn the hard way. And that is that nothing's ever going to work out as perfect as you may envision. There's always going to be some issues, some challenges along the way. And no one's perfect, no one makes mistakes. And we have to be forgiving. You have to allow people to grow, allow people to learn their lessons. We're in, you know, there's an example, an analogy that's given regarding this material experience. It's like we're sort of in a hospital and we're all sick and we all have our little issues. And since we're in a hospital, we have to understand, okay, well, no one's perfect. We have to be compassionate and patient and so on and just accept that's fact. So yeah, I made mistakes. I'm trying to make up for them over time.
Something that I didn't heal. Oh, I hope man. Well, she doesn't speak English. The ways that my mother hurt me is terrible, and she don't even realize. She's still no good with me. She mentioned many times that how she don't love me and how horrible I am, and I am the worst thing in her life. And she abused of me, hit me a lot when I was a little girl, and abused psychological ways in ways that I can't even explain, and try to heal. I don't have bad feelings for her. I am upset, but I love her, and I share my day with her. But it's ridiculous, painful, and it's causing me problems daily. I have problems all the time for the trauma.
Yeah.
And I'm being in many therapies, even hypnotherapy, that helped me a little bit, but still there is a lot to heal there, a lot. And one way I heal that I try to be best mother for Bhimal. I don't want to be like her. I think it's that. We arrived to the hockey rink, so we're going to be in the game a little bit, and we continue later. Whee! Go, babe. ¿No decía ahí?
Dime.
¿No decía?
Es que estaban en el 1, decía Camerino 1, pero ahí está ocupado, entonces ya no les ocupó. Ya están arriba los chicos.
So we finished the hockey game.
Exciting game.
Well, the reality is he had 2 games today, and he forgot to pack his skates. I mean, he came to a hockey game without skates, so of course he didn't play the first game.
They gave me skates, but it was so tight. It's painful.
Yes, you have to bring your skates.
I forgot
And
about
then
it. Sorry.
was the second game, and was a good one.
6-4. In the last 2 minutes, they scored 2 goals to make
Yes,
it
it
6-6.
was really good. So we're going to try to continue with the questions. One thing you thought would be hard, but turned it out to be easy. To be a mother.
Ooh.
Everyone
ready,
says
you are,
terrible, it's difficult, it's complicated, and the first months you're never going to sleep. Everyone described like it's going to be the worst thing, and for me it's the best thing in my life. My favorite thing to do.
Yeah, and he didn't cry.
He didn't cry when he was a
We
baby.
actually got to sleep.
Yes, I slept beautiful with him. Was really nice. So for me was, and it's not hard, it's just different, but I enjoy very, very much. What is something that people always assume about you that isn't true?
Well, they sometimes mistake my accent for South African or
What?
or English.
Ah, South African.
Yeah, because my accent is not as strong as it used to be. Because I've lived half of my adult life out of Australia. I left Australia when I was 30. And then I started traveling the world, and then I lived in the United States for 17 years. So as a result, my Australian accent is not that strong. There's still subtle parts of it, but it's not strong at all. So a lot of people say, oh, you're from South Africa, or you're from New Zealand, or you're from England. I'm an Aussie.
For me, that people always say that Juliana is very strong, that I am super strong, and Juliana is strong, and actually I'm not strong at all. What I am is very determined. Even when I'm weak, I go on and go on. I never stop. So I am very determined, but I'm not strong at all. Just determined. What has been your wow moment this week?
Like wow moment?
Like a wow moment
What
this
has
week?
been my most wow moment this week?
Wow.
Wow.
Well, the new team that I have at the center and at the dockyard are doing an amazing work. Even when I have some doubts, because it's new people and they are very, very young. They really surprise me. They are amazing. Very respectful, very responsible, very good in veterinary stuff because they are technicians in veterinary. So I think that is they really amaze me. I'm very happy with them around. Nothing?
Nothing wow moments. I mean, I can't think of a wow moment.
Tough? Sad? What advice would you give to someone who wants to start a foundation and organization?
Well, if you want to start a foundation or a non-profit, you definitely want to make sure that you're clear in the purpose of the non-profit, and it should serve a distinct need in the community that you are, or unless you're thinking globally, it has to be something that's serving a real need that's being underserved. And you have to be passionate about that purpose. You have to be passionate about that solution. If you don't have that passion, that focus, purpose, you're not fulfilling a specific need that needs to be filled, then you're wasting your time, because it's not easy to run a non-profit. There's a lot of administrative challenges, a lot of responsibility. It's much easier to run a business and run a non-profit, that's for sure. So I wouldn't do it if you didn't have those things in place.
Yeah. And yes, it's almost the same. At least that you want to start a sanctuary, a farm sanctuary, I say don't do it. Don't you even try. Just don't. Doesn't matter if you are rich, you just don't do it. A sanctuary, I always advise, please don't. Go and support another sanctuary. If you are rich, if you have the money, you have the time, go and support another sanctuary. That there is a lot of sanctuaries, including mine, that need support. If you want to start a different organization, all the administration part is hell. You need to pay salaries for people who manage that. You need to pay to the government. You need to be obtaining all the documents, papers. It's terrible. I don't like it. I don't enjoy. So it's hard.
Yeah, and plus you want to have good people with you. You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah, you need a big team, and
You need a
that
good
is
team.
not easy
that
to
are
find
also-
either.
Well, I wrote a book called The 10 Ingredients of Success for like building a food relief charity. And the first ingredient is to have everyone on the same page. So you need to have a group of people, or at least 2 or 3 people that are similarly passionate about the specific purpose you're trying to identify. So you need to have everyone on the same page, aligned. That's super important. Otherwise, because you can't do it by yourself.
Okay.
Now time for question.
This one is specific for you. What has surprised you the most about living in Colombia? I don't know if positive and negative, maybe one on one.
I never even had Colombia on my radar as a place to visit, to be honest with you. I've visited 73 countries in my lifetime, maybe 74. And Colombia was not on the list for whatever reason, mostly because I thought it was a dangerous place. Because my only experience with Colombia had been what was on the movies, and they always portray it as some shanty, a bunch of shanty towns, drug lords and so on. It's just not like that. So what surprised me the most is that what a beautiful country this is, how similar it is to Australia in many ways, in the sense that it's long distances, tropical fruits all year round. Like the food here is amazing. Where we live in Yerba Buena, which is 10,000 feet above sea level and about 4 degrees below the equator, the weather's pretty much the same all year round. There's no real seasons. It rains, yes, but it's hot, and then but it never gets extreme. It's never extreme temperatures. The air is a bit of a problem because it's thin here. The airs are very thin because it's so high up. 10,000 feet is 3 kilometers for the Aussies watching this. But what surprised me the most is just that it's a beautiful place to live. Food is great, weather's good, people are friendly. You have all the modern conveniences that you would expect in the United States, shopping malls, all that sort of stuff if you want that. So there's nothing really lacking here. So that's what surprised me the most. And it's very convenient too in terms of like business, because it's 3 hours from Miami.
There is another one that I think is for you. A habit you developed since being here that you didn't have before.
What's a habit that I developed since being here that I didn't have before?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I guess intermittent fasting. I was doing water for a long time. Like the first thing in the morning is I drink water. And since 2009, I've been doing like water as my breakfast, literally. So I do like 1.5 to 2 liters of water every morning with lemon juice, bit of salt, some magnesium or some electrolytes. So I've been doing that since that time. But when I came to Colombia, I started doing intermittent fasting. So I would do the water, but I wouldn't eat breakfast until 11:30, 12 o'clock. So essentially I was fasting every single day. Mini fasting is the way to go, because I have done 7-day, 10-day fasts in the past, and they're very beneficial, but they're not easy to do, because not only is it on austerity to do it, but you have to have the right situation, the right circumstances. You have to be in a situation where there's, people aren't eating around you all the time, and you have the ability to like just check out, because if you're fasting, your energy levels are a little bit lower than normal. So 7 to 10 day fasts are always good if you could do them, but intermittent fasting is the easiest way to go, because it's literally a mini fast every single day. And what happens when you fast is that your body naturally goes to the undigested food in the system, so it actually detoxifies your body. So the first thing that gets broken down is the undigested food, which in Ayurvedic science is called ama, A-M-M-A, which means undigested food, which is the source of all toxins.
That is all. We are going to lunch with some friends. We live in Chia. It's a very nice town.
This is not the best part of town.
Well, this is the bridge that connects us to Chia. Like we are going inside Chia. But specific where we are is another town called Cajica that is next to Chia. That had for us the best mall of Colombia, I think.
Yeah, it's the best shopping mall in the whole country. It's super modern, beautiful. All the stores are here. There's nothing lacking in Colombia. That's the most amazing thing. There's nothing lacking. Everything you'd want is available in Colombia.
Yeah.
And not only that, if you're a vegan, it's very vegan friendly. And there are many vegan companies that operate in Colombia. They make vegan products in Colombia. So they're not like they're importing all the products. Vegan companies exist here in Colombia. It's amazing. And there are vegan restaurants, vegan cafes, vegan bakeries. It's amazing.
Okay. See you.
Ciao.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.